Outer Banks has left us with some major cliffhangers, and Season 3 sounds like it's going to be absolutely wild. Rudy Pankow has shared a little bit about his character JJ and teased that JJ would be in for a frustrating time ahead. Today we'll dive into everything we know so far and share all the mind-blowing details, plus some more Outer Banks Season 3 news as well. Warning, spoilers ahead. What has JJ faced in the past? Poor JJ. He's such a good guy that is so incredibly loyal, but the writers of Outer Banks have put him through some heavy stuff. Right from Season 1, he has not had the easiest life at all. The teen lives with his dad, but they aren't quite the single-parent-child dream team that is the norm for many teen shows. Instead, his dad is a pretty horrible father. Luke has his own struggles with alcoholism and drug addiction, and that is sad, and obviously that is an illness. But he isn't exactly trying to get better or get help to raise his son, and that part is not okay. He's also been abusive to JJ, and that puts extra strain on their relationship. It's a hard situation. Then, in Season 2, Luke was in prison, and it kind of gave JJ a bit of a break from his father, or so we thought. But then he broke out of prison, and he came back. He wanted JJ to help him escape from the island. It was a bit of a mess. To one side, JJ would never want to help his father, but to the other side, getting him off the island would hopefully mean getting rid of him for good. They have now parted ways, but will that really be the last we see of Luke? Will JJ finally have the time to just breathe with his real family, the Pogues? What has Rudy Pankow teased about Season 3? It doesn't sound like JJ will have any time to breathe and relax. Rudy Pankow has revealed that JJ is going to be facing even more troubles in Season 3. He has shared that fans will see a new depth to JJ this year, and he also said that JJ's journey this season might be frustrating. It will be a frustrating time for JJ. That has led fans to believe that his father would possibly be returning, since their relationship is for sure JJ's biggest cause of frustration. But in a season that they have described as high octane and very revealing, there are so many possible things that could still go wrong. If they did explore his relationship with his father even more, then it could be difficult. But at the same time, all of the Pogues are facing a lot of danger, and for a character that cares for his friends so deeply, this can be a major cause for concern. I really can't wait to see what the writers throw at JJ in Season 3, but he's such a great guy that I really hope that they just give him a happy ending at some stage in the show. So how does Rudy Pankow get ready for his heavier scenes? Not only do the writers of the show put JJ through a lot, but the actor who portrays him, Rudy Pankow, also has to put a lot of emotion into those really hard moments. It can't be easy to act out those scenes either, but Rudy has said that he puts on headphones and gets himself into the headspace of someone facing a parent that is abusive or manipulative. He shared that it can be draining to film those scenes, but that he really wants to be prepared and get into the right headspace to do those scenes justice. He does it because, as he says, there's an honor and a responsibility to it that feels good. He also shared that his character's loyalty is the biggest thing that he admires about him, but that same quality can be a little bit dangerous. The whole loyal to a fault is a very real part of the character, since he often does what his friends want of him because he is so loyal. But sometimes that creates problems for himself. Sometimes JJ also doesn't know what he wants, and he just goes with his friends in some situations, and then when things go wrong, it's his fault. And Rudy has said that he really enjoys playing this aspect of the character, and we enjoy watching these scenes as well. Do you love JJ just as much as we do? Do you think Luke is out of the picture for good? Or do you think he will be back in Season 3? Share your thoughts with us in the comments section down below. We love to hear everything you're thinking. But next up, we're going to check out some more news about Season 3, like if they have started making Season 3 yet, and any possible release dates. With all these rumors flying around, will Sarah be back this season? And so much more. Production and possible release dates. We only received the final news that we would definitely be getting another season of Outer Banks in December, but on the 28th of February 2022, the official Outer Banks and Netflix social media pages released the news that Season 3 was already in production. But what does that mean for a release date for the show? No official release date has been announced for Outer Banks Season 3 yet, but what we do know is that Netflix likes to release their shows around the same time each year if it's possible. It didn't quite work out that way for the show's first and second seasons, and season 1 was released in April 2020, and the second season was released in July of 2021. But the show already being in production means that we still have a good chance of getting the show around the middle of the year, maybe just for a few months more than the 1-year mark. But even if it takes a little longer, we can almost be sure that the season will still drop on Netflix somewhere in 2022. Will Sarah be back? Fans adore the relationship between Sarah Cameron and John B. on Outer Banks. They've now taken their relationship to the next level, and they've reunited with their chosen family, the Poes. But fans have been worried about some rumors that have been floating around the internet, saying that season 3 would be the last season for Madeline Klein. Those rumors came from the fact that Madeline and the actor who plays John B., Chase Strokes, have broken up in real life. Fans were rooting for the couple when they revealed that the two of them were dating in real life, but the worry was always that if things didn't work out, that they would ruin the dynamics on the show. Now it turns out that things didn't work out, and fans are pretty worried. But Madeline Klein has put all of their minds to rest by letting them know that she wasn't planning on going anywhere. She released an Instagram story that said that she would be back on the show for however many seasons that they wanted her there for, and that she's super grateful for even being on the show in the first place. She also went on to tell fans that not everything on the internet is true. We're really glad to know that, and hopefully that will mean that we will see a lot more from our favorite couple this season and beyond. A huge theme for season 3. Josh Pate, the showrunner for Outer Banks, has also shared a huge theme for this season. Now, just another warning text is a huge spoiler for the end of season 2. Basically, most of what John B. has done so far has been about his father and figuring out what happened to him. But during the final moments of season 2, we got to see Carla on her way to meet John B.'s dad. That's right, everyone, he's not actually dead, as most of us had thought. And season 3 will be all about their relationship and eventually the pair being reunited. John B.'s father has agreed to help Carla find the Shroud of Turin, a magical healing cloth that should have been in the Gold Cross. But for his help, Carla needs to help John B. and the Poes. It sounds like he still cares deeply, but how will it affect John B. to have his dad back in his life? Not just this version that he created in his head and idolized, but the real man. I don't know, but it's going to be interesting to see when they do eventually meet up again. They'll have a lot to work through, and the Shroud of Turin is sure to be valuable. If they do manage to find it, it will almost certainly put all of them in danger again. It sounds like this season will be even more explosive than the last. So, how many seasons? The plan has always been to have 4 or 5 seasons of the show to tell the entire story, but it will all depend on if Netflix keeps renewing the show, and that will all depend on the ratings and how many people watch it. Are you excited for the 3rd season of Outer Banks? Let us know in the comment section down below. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.